But when you say it's an antioxidant, that tells us it cleanses the body in different, different
it
ways.
is able to actually to combat
Midhoga. I hope we can get the bagels of Midhoga here
and the plant from both the crops and also the trees.
The trees.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, Bernard can explain to us. The agroforestry trees that are being...
When you eat midhogas and mikegelias,
we shall have more nutrients.
Dandelion. I've been looking for the name dandelion. When you eat dandelion.
Actually, it's called dandelion.
Yes. I'm learning new things here.
Yes.
Have you seen Mofiro? Vagueria. Hey, that one.
Exactly. We are, the one that we have dealt with is Vagueria Madagascarensis.
Where?
And then we also have where we have indigenous vegetables, we also have indigenous fruits. Like I don't know how many types of indigenous vegetables you know.
At least those ones we know. Mohikanaihu.
Good. Yes. That is
just
the
other day I was told we should be eating gatumia. So now we know the other ones. There was another one. Ata mishege.
Exactly.
Ata kiogoro.
Exactly. Yes.
Once the staple vegetable Mudonga is very delicious.
It is highly antioxidant. Yes, that's why most of the people who want to remain healthy are consuming midhoga because it is very effective when it comes to combating of some diseases.
The last time I had somebody consume midhoga powder, remind me its botanical name? That one. The last time they said yes, it really cleanses the body.
Yes.
Do I say it? They go to the washroom. Short call. More times. So is it true?
Sometimes. Actually, that is now the information we look for, and then come and do the analysis here to confirm. Sometimes it is true, other times we may not confirm.
That's why we have these labs here for validation.
For validation, the cream that you put across is the one we normally validate. Yes.
But when you say it's an antioxidant, that tells us it cleanses the body in different ways.
It is able to actually to combat
midhoga. I hope we can get the bagels of midhoga here
and the plant.
You may think they are all over, but if you pluck 1, 2, 3, you are done.
Tulienda kusaidia na experiment in Kiva. Akaniambia nao kwa hiyo meza. No. Hiyo midhoga yote ngoeni yote mniweke kwa paper bag. Hii ndio kwa sababu.
Yeah, I'll wait. By the time we leave here, we should get the seedlings or the seeds for midhoga.
Pauline Bara.
You will remember the name.
Remember. Yes. Now, actually. Nimekajua. Now, we also have a stinging nettle.
The
𝐓𝐈.
And now the common ones, terere.
And when you go to Western Kenya, they have deremo. And by the way, those people, they consume all those vegetables more than we do.
True.
Yes. As we normally, I'm not saying sukuma wiki is bad, but that is the song we know most.
Actually, iko tribe Kenya ambaye wameegemea sana chakula ama mboga za kienyeji. Unaona Kisii, unaona Baluya, na to some extent,
exactly.
I tell you, those people consume those things.
We will learn from them.
It is true. So we can move on.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the conservation of these products, we have the role in biodiversity preservation. This is where you conserve rare plant species and the habitats. Like this is a shop that is in Laikipia, a place called Dodor. We train them on how to harvest and then preserve them, so that even after the rains, during the dry spell, they can be able to utilize what they will have harvested during the rainy season.
Okay.
So we also provide that kind of information. And when some others provide food and food, just like we have discussed about the indigenous vegetables and the fruits, and also shelter for forest animals, because they come and browse those non-timber forest products for their food and also for shelter. Yes, we also have sustainable harvesting practices. That is how you can be doing it. You can practice rotational harvesting. So that you increase the soil fertility, among other benefits, and also you do away with the diseases. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you also you control the exploitation. And then we also talk about contribution to forest health and the ecosystem services, just like the way you explained what happens when you go to the forest.
Yes.
Yes. And in so doing, we shall actually encourage afforestation by creating economic alternatives. Yes.
Thank you.
Then as we continue with the conservation of these products, we are also talking about supporting water regulation and soil fertility, just like the way I was trying to explain. You plant them, you do terracing, and they plant them in between to control the soil, the erosion. And when you do that, you have a clean environment.
True.
And you can also do the sustainable utilization. That is, you plant, they call it agroforestry system. You intercrop trees with other crops, so that you can also benefit.
Meaning even where we have a challenge of the sizes of land,
yes,
we can still have trees growing,
yes,
and food crops
and
still
the food
growing
exactly
together.
And then because you are the owner of the trees, you benefit from both.
Yes.
The crops and also the trees.
The trees.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, Bernard can explain to us the agroforestry trees that are available locally. Yes.
Actually, when you talk about air crops, agroforestry trees, here in Kikuyuni, we have the most famous tree species, the Grevelia, Mukema. Mukema is one of the first trees in intercropping in central, in Mount Kenya region. One, it doesn't affect your polycrops, unlike other species like the eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is very prone to soil degradation and even compacting. So, if we talk of those agroforestry crops, we usually talk of nitrogen fixing trees because itaongeza rotuba. Unaona miti kama sesbania, those are fodder crops for animals, and they are short rotation crops. 1 to 3 months you harvest, they combine again, and then they are also fixing nitrogen in your small piece of land, and thereby increasing the crop productivity. There's a stream of so many species for agroforestry.
So we will have a day to learn all those agroforestry trees.
And of course, there are also different types of agroforestry systems. Intercropping, keeping cows, keeping chicken in the same piece of land. There are various, we have more than 5 agroforestry systems all over the world.
Thank you for asking him to give us that lesson.
Yes.
Because
he's an expert in that area.
Yes, thank you.
And then we also have about, when we talk about sustainable utilization, we also have the organic farming techniques for the non-wood forest products. Here you can see we have someone trying to grow herbs using biological management. In case we have disease in this farm, it is contained, it doesn't spread out to other portions. And there, when you do so, you maintain you manage your crops without any adverse effect to the environment. Yes, you keep the environment clean. Yes.
Okay.
Then
what we should have is that you should avoid, not unless we are trying to do some plantation forestry. If you are doing agroforestry, it's always advisable to have a mixture of species. The problem with monoculture is that if you rely on only one species and there's a pest or disease outbreak, it will wipe out all of your trees. But when you have got a mixed system, some trees will be wiped out.
And that will survive.
So you should avoid the monoculture.
I'm imagining, because I can see the next topic there, the third one.
Yes, yes.
About the challenges in sustainable management.
Yes, yes.
I can imagine even monoculture, when it comes to overharvesting due to high demand. If you hear there is a good demand for what you have in the harvest,
actually,
just clear.
You don't deplete those resources, every resource that is there.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And then when it comes to that, we shall have climate change impacts negatively, and we shall also have the overharvesting due to the demand, as you have said. And now this is where we need also to do to sensitize the communities on sustainable methods.
Yeah.
Yes, so that we don't get into challenges.
Yes.
As we undertake our activities.
Okay.
Then we also have now the economic empowerment, and here is where we say that the non-wood forest products as a source of income for rural communities.
Yes.
The one that I had explained earlier on.
Yeah.
And this provides supplemental and the main income. It can be a source of income.
Yes, a main source.
A main source of income.
You can be, your work is selling honey.
Exactly.
Or resins.
Yes. And we have good examples of those who are doing that. They are able to do the processing.
Yes.
Low cost method of processing, and then they are able to sell.
True.
And they make a good livelihood.
Yes.
We also have, because also what we do as 𝐓𝐇𝐀, we develop technologies and skills, and then we transfer those technologies to the communities where these resources are available for them to do the processing. And when we do so, we will empower them. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are able to come up with a processing unit, kind of especially the cottage industries. And you see that is an area that has also been given a bit of emphasis in our Vision 2030.
True.
Yes. And then we do the role in poverty alleviation and food security.
Yes, when they have income.
When they have income.
Definitely we fight the poverty.
Exactly.
We create jobs, as I can see.
Yes.
Yes.
We create jobs.
And also we are able to get food.
We are able to get food.
Medicine, I heard you talk about the baobab being very nutritious. That I didn't really know.
And the other herbal medicines, because even sometimes when you are studying somewhere by the road, you find a Maasai selling those herbal medicines, and they have actually done that for many years. And it is actually a source of livelihood to them. Yes. And it will be able to support many families. Yes. And then we also have enough food they
have more nutrients.
More nutrients.
When you eat midhogas.
Yes.
And mikegelias. Yes.
We shall have more nutrients.
Dandelion. I've been looking for the name dandelion. When you eat dandelion.
Actually, it's called dandelion. Eh?
Yes, yes.
When we feed on that, our health will improve. Yes.
But just before you...
Oh, sorry. Yes.
The other thing is, in most of our areas here, where we have got a lot of rainfall, we don't have a lot of indigenous fruits. I've always been preaching and telling the campers and those people in the assholes, in the dry areas, that they are very much endowed with these resources. For example, can you see this photo down here? I suspect that is Kemu.
Yes.
That is
yes.
Yes. And what they have been doing, when it is when the tree is fruiting and it is in season, most of the farmers will go in the world. Some have got them in their shambas to just harvest them when they have ripened. When they are not ripe, they are green. When they ripen, they are darkish. They go in sacks. They carry them in sacks with donkeys to the market. What they usually do, they usually cabs, others gallons, others debes, others tusuku, and actually that's a source of their income. What Jeffrey right now is doing, and in the office, Norman Abawashira, they are also doing some value addition. Now they are coming up with the jams and the juices of these wild fruits. And I've been telling campers, we are not mkiwa kama mtafanikiwa na pande moja, mmefanikiwa na pande ingine. Kwa sababu we have got a lot of resources. Ukiangalia kitu kama baobab, that is one thing and occupy this room. Na advantages ya hiyo mti, mtaweza kuona products zake hapa chini. Iko na mafuta, iko na chakula. Mnajua hiyo kitu inaitwa mabuyu. Inatoka kwa yungu.
Now, you mentioned arsals. Tell them arid, semi-arid. Yes. Yes. So that the dry areas.
Arid and semi-arid land. And of course, Kenya, we have got more than 80% arsals. The 20% yote tumeachia chakula huko dola tunawapi na mali Kenya hapa. Lakini arsals, that is where we have got the opportunity for tree growing. And that's where people are heading to, because land is plenty. The only challenge is the frequent droughts. But we are coming up with technology on how we are going to grow trees in this area. Actually, there is one farm or one institution called the Better Group. And the Komaza in Ilam, where it is very dry, and many is gaining momentum. And these areas are very dry, and we are trying by plantation forestry in those dry areas. And I think sooner or later we shall cover those lands with
nice. We hope for the best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that explanation. Then we have the challenges and the solutions. One of the challenges that we are facing is unsustainable exploitation leading to depletion of resources that we have in the forest. Because in most, when you consider like for the case of sandalwood, maybe even Bernard can maybe narrate to us what has happened. There is a lot of exploitation of sandalwood. It takes a lot of time to mature, to grow from the time you have planted to the time you harvest. It takes how many years?
50 to 60. 50 to 60?
A lot of time. Yes.
You remember the tree which I was telling you, Brebatizo Jinabaya, watu wasiguzaguze kwa pale mnyunga mai. Watu wanafikia inanunga mai ama ina harufu ya mai.
Wanadhirana from it.
Pia touching it because they think it is ni kitu chafu. But of course, I tend to think that name was branded that tree to conserve it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the tree is in danger. In fact, it is coming to the CITES. Do you know what the CITES is? Conventional or international trade on endangered tree species in the world. And sooner or later, we are going to capture it in the site.
It is already there.
It's already there.
It's already there.
Osiris is there. If you go to those places where Osiris was doing very well, you can hardly even get a stamp. People have just uprooted them because of the medicinal value, the manukato, the perfumery, the mrembo kama huyu mnaona makucha vile imekaa. This is part of Osiris. Manukato, ukiona kina waria, wanauza ile vitu ya kufanya hiyo kitu yote inatoka kwa service the Osiris. Otherwise, people are harvesting it. And because the former president Kibaki brought it on ban, trade on its products, people are poaching it, going to the panels, Dodoma or Dar es Salaam, ship them to India or to Saudi Arabia, processed.
Tunaletewa manukato.
But of course, right now, there's a window. There's a nation who wants to put up 100 hectares of Osiris so that we can get our factory around Kajiado. And I think this will work very soon. And that will not preempt that we are, because the ban is there, you are not supposed to plant. In fact, we have got some MOUs with farmers. When the ban will be lifted, the trees will be ready, and you will get the products being bought by the
and they earn some income.
And they earn some income.
Thank you.
And they also have some other species. They are numerous that require not to be depleted. And then the solution that we have is to create awareness so that people can understand what will happen if such species are threatened.
Okay.
Then we have weak policies, but there is a lot of work being undertaken about the coming up with strategies. And sometimes lack of market access and fair pricing. Sometimes people are not aware that you have these products. You are not doing a lot of marketing. And when it comes to that, it is good to enhance your marketing through e-commerce. So that others can know that such products are in existence. Yes.
Okay.
And then in conclusion, the non-timber forest products are crucial for the conservation of environment, sustainable development, and for economic empowerment. The collective efforts, where include everyone, such efforts are very important to enhance the sustainable management. Maybe for recommendation, we have the promoting sustainable practices and supporting local communities is much encouraged. And then we should also advocate for policies that support these products, the conservation of these products. Yes. And then we should invest in community-driven initiatives for the success. Because sometimes when you don't involve people, it will not be easy for you to succeed. You create awareness, you train them, you transfer those technologies to them. They initiate the processing units, and they also start conserving those species. And when that one happens, we shall be able to benefit more from the non-wood forest products, and they also keep our environment better. Yes.
Thank you so much, Norman. You said in conclusion.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. As you can see, we are here at Kefri.
Yes.
Karura. We are learning a lot. Today we learned about non-timber forest products. This was an introduction. We are going to see a number of the real products, especially when it comes to value addition. This is where we are going to answer one bit of how we are going to participate in making the thoughts and wishes of Vision 2030 a success. How we need to conserve, we need to consume, we need to plant, and we need to grow. We also need to know how we can preserve. Thank you once again. You are here with experts on my left and on my right. On my left is Bwana
Norman Wachira.
Norman Wachira. We promised that we'll look for him, and here he is. I'm very excited to be here. So are you. And we thank our researcher, our forest expert, Bernard Kegwa.
Probably I would touch on one issue, and probably because we forgot to tell you that this institute, or where we are right now, is one of the backbone of the careful research work. What we have got about 6 regional centers. The first one is Mwoga, covering Central Highlands, Mount Kenya area, Abadeas. Second is Kitui, the drylands. That one we call it acronym, is CHERP, Central Highlands Ecoregion Research Program. We have got second drylands Ecoregion Research Program, acronym DERP, where we are researching on the dryland forest tree species and the importance and how to grow them in those areas. And we have got, I said, we have talked about 6, but we have got 5. This is the 6th, which caters for all of us, the other programs. The third one is Coast Ecoregion Research Program, we call it SAP. Coast Ecoregion Research Program, CERP. Mangrove ecosystem, blah, 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 mention it, growing around the coastal area. That is the third one. We have got the fourth one, which is Red Region Research Program, LVERP, Red Region Ecoregion Research Program, around the Victoria region, and those pieces around there. Then the fifth one, we have got Rift Valley Ecoregion Research Program, the Mau ecosystem, blah, blah. You see, all these regions are ecosystem specific. Trees growing in the dark would not grow in the coast, would not grow in the lake region. That's why we have got these ecosystem programs. What we usually do, those programs, the 5 of them, Karura cuts across. All the products coming from the dry areas, coming from the Central Highlands, coming from the coast, all of them are value added or are duplicated in Karura. That's why if you have got a group, a self group, which needs some induction training, we usually call them. Carefully facilitate them. Of course, we don't train individual farmers, we train the groups. They come, for example, if I call them in Kitui, the dark region, I'll take them to their sites. The group members will converge. And then if they have got a product which they need and they seem to have liked it very much and they want to do some value addition on it, instead of bringing all those people to Karura, go there, let all people, the facilitator who is the dark, take them there. They learn on the ground and they learn on their material which they have there. So all the ecoregions covering carefully are usually taken care of by the Karura Forest Products, wood and non-forest products. So this center is one, and in fact, it qualifies to be, and you saw the name down there, national forest tree products, because covering nationally. Or even the KFS usually depend, Kenya Forest Service depend on this center.
Wow.
Thank you.
You brought us to the right place. Norman, what are we seeing after this? This one we were reading.
Yes, now we shall go to the lab and they see the tangible products a section of them, because actually it's a wide range of products, but we have selected some of them, and we shall be able to see them. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let us go to the lab and see what Karura has, so that we can learn more. There, I believe we are going to have a different uniform, because a lab is a lab.
Yes,
It has to be taken care of. So thank you once again. Let's learn what we have in the lab, guided by Norman Wachira. My name is Evelyn Waithera Muithirania. No worries. I know we'll get that.